Next, we'll move on to the linear recurrence relation with constant coefficients. So linear recurrence relations. What is linear recurrence means? For example, factorial is there. Factorial is, it's a linear recurrence. 5 factorial means you are going to multiply with 1 minus of the 5. Again, recursively, you are going to multiply with the 1 minus of the 4. Okay. So like that 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. So it's a linearity. While coming to the Fibonacci series, it's also in a linear position. Okay. So this is what is called linear. It means there is no sudden, there is the increment maybe with some fixed constant. Okay. Some fixed constant. So this kind of things are said to be linear in nature. So linear recurrence with constant coefficients. So here, if I say Fibonacci series Fn is equal to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. Here is a linear constant. Here, what is the constant here for the f of n minus 1? 1. 1 into f of n minus 1 plus 1 into f of n minus 2. So it's a constant. It's, okay. And also this particular growth rate is also in a linear fashion. So this kind of things, linear recurrence with relation with a constant coefficient. In this two categories will be there, homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Okay, with a different, same type of constant coefficients and with a different type of constant coefficient. So this is one of linear recurrence relations in a homogeneous and non-homogeneous manner. Recall the recurrence relation. A recursive definition of a sequence specifies always if you write a recurrence function, these two must be there. That is, first one is initial condition, second one is recurrence relation. If you consider the example like this, this is the, if I ask you what is the output of this function, int main, printf hello world, and again main. So it will print, what it will print? It will print the hello world for infinite number of times. Okay, this program will give you any compiler error, but it will print the hello world for infinite number of times. The reason is there is no exit condition. Okay, so there is no initial condition, initially what you are going to define. So that is the reason main is calling again main, main is calling again main, main is calling again main. So thereby the stack which is maintained in the memory will be overflown. So this is what we call stack overflow. That is what the meaning of that. So if you define a program, there will be two spaces. There will be two spaces allotted in memory. One is stack space, another is heap space. Okay, stack space is fixed, heap space will vary. If you use dynamic memory allocation, heap space will come into the picture, like new operator, malloc, these kind of things. Okay, in general, there will be two cases, stack and memory. For example, if I call this function show in my program, what could be the output I will get? So you will get 3 as the output. So because the return statement will use stack. The reason why this particular stack will be used whenever you go for calling of a function or in a recursive calling of function is the return statement itself will use stack. So whenever this program will not give you any compiler error, this will run successfully. So whenever you call show function, so return 1, 2, 3. 1 first will be entered into the stack, 2, 3. Whatever is on top of the stack, that will be printed onto the screen. Okay. So with this only you can come to know that this return, usually whenever you use return, it will give you, use the stack operation. So the reason is first you have to go for initial condition. Without initial condition, or we can say exit condition. If you write recursion without exit condition, if you write, then the program may crash because it continuously fall in the infinite loop. The stack will be overflowed and the memory may be having disturbance. And all of a sudden, so for example, if you are working in the DOS mode or command mode, so all of a sudden it will go off and will come to the Windows mode. So just like that, you will find this kind of things. So initial condition and recurrence relation. So here initial condition is A0 is equal to 0 and A1 is equal to 3. If you look at the Fibonacci series, initial condition will be there. F0 is equal to 0, F1 is equal to 1. Then 0 plus 1 is 1. then 1 plus 1 is 2. Like that, you go for incrementation. So the initial conditions will be there, initial values like this. And recurrence relation, if you look at the Fibonacci series, Fn is equal to Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2, like that. Like that is some recurrence relation you can define. Then finally, you will get a solution that an is equal to 3n. That means if you observe for several iterations, okay, then you can conclude that, okay, this recurrence relation is leading into this particular value. Okay, you are generalizing that particular thing. So linear recurrences, each term of a sequence is a linear function of earlier terms in sequence. So it will be incremented by some fixed value or constant value like that. So here linear homogeneous recurrences, as just now I told you at the beginning of this topic, linear homogeneous recurrences and linear non-homogeneous recurrences. A linear homogeneous recurrence relation of degree k with constant coefficients is a recurrence relation of the form. You look at here, an is equal to c1 an minus 1 plus c2 an minus 2 plus and so on plus ck an minus k, where c1, c2, c3 are the constants and ck is not equal to 0. So ck should not be equal to 0. It should be 1 or maybe more than that. Okay, any constant not equal to 0. An is expressed in terms of the previous k terms of the sequence. So its degree is k. So obviously an, this particular an, because it is a linear one, so it will be expressed in terms of previous k terms. Okay. For example, f2 is there in the factorial, in the Fibonacci. F2 will be represented with F1, F0. Okay. So F3 is represented with 0, 1, and 2. So that is the reason an is expressed in terms of the previous k terms of the sequence. So its degree is k. Okay. F2 is equal to f of f0 plus f1. Means what is the degree? It is 2. Okay. So if you have 3 like that, then 3. 4 like that, 4. Degree is 4. So this recurrence includes k initial conditions. So a0 is equal to c0, a1 is equal to c1, ak is equal to ck. So obviously the k degrees you will get here. Remember, you can make note of this because this is very, very important for the next slides to understand. Now we'll see some examples. Determine if the following recurrence relations are linear homogeneous recurrences relation with a constant coefficient. So Pn is equal to 1.11 of Pn minus 1. So this is a linear homogeneous because it is a fixed constant is there, 1.11. Okay. While coming to this, an is equal to an minus 1 plus a square n minus 2. It is not linear because it's square, you got square. It should be fixed constant, okay? Like C1, C2, C3, not C square, C cube like that. Fn is equal to Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. So obviously a linear homogeneous recurrence relation of degree 2 because previous 2 steps you are going to take. Hn is equal to 2 Hn minus 1 plus 1. No, because if it is, for example, 2 Hn minus 1 plus 2 is there, then we can think, okay, it is a linear one, but plus 1 is there. Bn is equal to n bn minus 1. So this is does not have any constant coefficient. It is variable. Okay. So that is the reason it is not a constant. So how to solve this linear homogeneous recurrences? So this proposition is important and next slide is also important. You can make it short on your register so that you can understand next slides. Let an is equal to c1 an minus 1 plus c2 an minus 2 plus and so on ck an minus 1 be a linear homogeneous recurrence. Assume the sequence an satisfies the recurrence. Assume the sequence an dash. Okay. So it is an is satisfying the recurrence, that with the proposition we come to know, but you take another one which is called an dash. Okay. Also satisfies the recurrence. So Bn is equal to An plus An dash. So you have taken the first An plus you take another half also. You take another part which will be having the same recurrence. You add with this. For example, uh, you have the factorial program like this. Uh, sorry, Fibonacci series like this. You are supposed to generate the Fibonacci series up to 50. So you have generated up to 30, then from 31 to 50, which will give you the same linearity. Okay, the same thing here. So Bn is equal to An plus An dash, and Dn is equal to alpha An are also sequence that satisfy the recurrence. So alpha may be the any constant here. So in such a cases, the proof will be like this. Bn is equal to An plus An dash. So An, you elaborate it, C1 An minus 1 plus C2 An minus 2 as we have defined in the previous the function. Then for An dash, you prove like this, you elaborate it like this, C1 A1 A dash n minus 1 plus C2 A dash n minus 2 and so on. Now if you add these two, you take the term by term coefficients common, that is C1 of An minus 1 plus A dash n minus 1, okay, C2 of A n minus 2 plus A dash n minus 2. So if you combine all these things, so you name it this A n minus 1 plus A dash n minus 1 with some other value because they are both are same. So Bn minus 1. So it is giving you again the sequence like what you have mentioned here. An is equal to C1 An minus 1. And whenever you take the alpha An, so alpha of again C1 An minus 1 plus C2 An minus 2, just to elaborate the An value, then take C1 out and multiply with alpha. So you take any multiplications of any constant, all the constants are multiplying with the same value. Okay. So C1 is also multiplying with the same value, C2 also multiplying the same value, C3 also, everything is also multiplying the same value. So which is of no difference. Yeah. So, so which is again giving you C1 dn minus 1. So again this relation, this particular elaboration is giving you like let An is equal to C1 An minus 1 like that. So it follows from the previous proposition, if we find some solution to linear homogeneous recurrence, then any linear combination of them will also be a solution to linear homogeneous recurrence. Now, characteristic equation. By observing the linear homogeneous relation, we'll define a characteristic equation just like this. Recurrence relation is like this. An is equal to C1 An minus 1 plus C2 An minus 2 plus and so on plus Ck An minus k. Try to find the solution of the form R power n. So this is geometric sequence come up a lot when solving linear homogeneous recurrences. So try finding solutions in the geometric form. So An is considered as Rn, R power n is equal to C1 R power n minus 1 plus C2 R power n minus 2 plus C3 R power n minus 3 and so on, Ck R power n minus k. Okay. Now you are supposed to form it as a equation. Okay, some algebraic equation like this. Now what you are supposed to do is you take from the right hand side, take right hand side to the left hand side. So R power n minus C1 R power n minus 1 minus C2 R power n minus 2 and so on minus Ck R power n minus k is equal to 0. Now, so this is, now we will get dividing both side by R power n minus k. So that means you divide all the things by n minus k. So you will get R power k minus C1 R power k minus 1 minus C2 R power k minus 2 and so on minus Ck is equal to 0. So this equation, whatever the equation that you will get, this equation is called the characteristic equation. Okay. This equation is called characteristic equation. So you please make note of this on your paper. So for any recurrence relation, an is equal to c1 an minus 1 plus c2 an minus 2 plus and so on plus ck an minus k. The recurrence relation will be like this. The characteristic equation will be like this: r power k minus c1 r power k minus 1 minus c2 r power k minus 2 and so on minus ck is equal to 0. Where k is the degree, that means how many previous terms it remembered, it will be having. K is the degree that we have seen previously. Here expressed k is the degree. Is expressed in terms of previous k terms of sequence. So its degree is k. By taking into consideration, if I have written like this, factorial program, if I have written like this, f of fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2. What could be the characteristic equation? Instead of an, I said fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2. So what could be the characteristic equation? Here, what is the degree? 2 terms. Degree is 2 terms. So take the characteristic equation rk, that is r square minus c. There is no c here, there is 1 only. Okay? Because fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2. Clear? Here 1 into fn minus 1 only. Okay, there is no constant c1 into something. Okay. So r power 2, because 2 is the degree, minus r power 2 minus 1, 1, minus r power 0, that is 1. Clear? So what could be the characteristic equation for the Fibonacci series? So what could be the characteristic equation for the Fibonacci series? R square minus r minus 1 equal to 0. Okay. If you want to find the roots for that, you know how to find the roots: minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So you will get 2 roots, right? So the example, the Fibonacci recurrence is fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2. So its characteristic equation of, that is Fibonacci series characteristic equation, is r square minus r minus 1 is equal to 0. Solving linear homogeneous recurrences, r is a solution of r power k minus c1 r power k minus 1 and so on. This is the characteristic equation if and only if r power n is the solution of an is equal to c1 an minus 1 plus and so on. So you can prove or you can get the characteristic equation of this form if and only if this r power n, whatever is the degree is there, okay, is the solution to this an is equal to the linear relation. Consider the characteristic equation of the form r square minus 4r plus 4. Now tell me what could be the linear relation without seeing the answer. You take 4r minus 4 to the right hand side. Wherever r is there, you place n minus 1. Right? Wherever 4 followed by nothing is there, so n minus 2. Because it is of degree 2. Clear? So it is just like fn is equal to 4 fn minus 1 plus 4 fn minus 2. Okay, just by looking at the characteristic equation, you should be in a position to get the linear relation. So whatever the characteristic equation you got, just to take it into the right hand side. You keep the first thing like that. Okay, rest of the things you can take it onto the right hand side. And based upon the degree that you have identified, you convert it into the linear fashion. So now, so the r is equal to 2, this is the degree here. So 2 power n satisfies, that is r power n. So here, if and only if r power n is a solution of a n, this one, 2 power n satisfies the recurrences. Fn is equal to 4 fn minus 1 minus 4 fn minus 2. Now 2 power n is equal to 4 into 2 power n minus 1 minus 4 into 2 power n minus 2. So 2 power n minus 2 into 4 minus 8 plus 4, which is giving you 0. So you take the common. Okay. So this is the, so that finally the equation is becoming 0. So hence this 2 power, that is r is equal to 2, is the solution to the linear relation. Here is some theorem is there. Consider the characteristic equation r power k minus c1 r power k minus 1 minus c2 r power k minus 2 and so on ck, which is the characteristic equation, is equal to 0, and the recurrence relation is this one, the corresponding recurrence relation. Assume that r1, r2 and so on rm all satisfies the equation. Okay. Let alpha 1, alpha 2 and so on alpha 1 be any constant. So an is equal to alpha 1 r1 power n plus alpha 2 r2 power n plus and so on alpha m r power n rm power n satisfies the recurrence. So by proposition 2, what is the proposition 2? This is the proposition. That is, if r power n is a solution to the linear relation, then it will also solve the characteristic equation. So by proposition 2, for all I, r power n satisfies the recurrence relation. Okay. So by proposition 1, what is the proposition 1? This is the proposition. So what is the proposition? An is equal to, that is the reason I asked you to note it down. Okay. So an is equal to c1 an minus 1 plus c2 an minus 2 plus and so on ck an minus k. This is the linear relation, linear homogeneous recurrence relation. If it is so, then bn is equal to an plus an a dash n will also be a solution, and also dn is equal to alpha an. These two different proofs we have seen. So if it is alpha n, an, then okay, this particular proof we have seen here. So by keeping in mind, by proposition 1, for all I, ai, ri power n satisfies the recurrence. So applying proposition 1 again, the sequence, on the sequence, so an is equal to alpha 1, r1 power n plus alpha 2, r2 power n plus and so on, alpha m, r power n, rm power n satisfies the recurrence. So that means this particular recurrence is drawn from the proposition 1 and 2. This particular proof is drawn from proposition 1 and 2. So that is the reason at proposition 1, 2 and this one here also, you please make note of the things according to your understanding in short form. So what is the solution of the recurrence relation? Just by looking at it, you can say what could be the other thing. An is equal to an minus 1 plus 2 an minus 2. So what could be the characteristic equation? How many terms here? 2 terms. R square minus r plus, r square minus r minus 2. Right? So characteristic equation you got. So r square minus r minus 2, which is like a minus b into a plus b. Okay. Sorry. It will be like r plus 1 into r minus 2. So if you take r plus 1, what could be the one solution for r? R is equal to minus 1. If you take r minus 2, what could be the solution? R is equal to 2. So for r is equal to minus 1 and 2, this particular equation will form a linear relation, recurrence relation. So by theorem, an is equal to alpha 1 2 power n plus alpha 2 minus 1 power n. Why minus power n? alpha 1, alpha 2, right? So minus power n. Sorry, alpha 1 r power n. So here alpha 1 r power n plus alpha 2 r2 power n. So we got by this characteristic equation r as minus 1 and 1 r as 2. So by theorem an is equal to alpha 1 2 power n, because r1 is equal to 2. So r2 is equal to minus 1, alpha 2 is equal to minus 1 power n is the solution. Now we should find alpha 1 and alpha 2 using the initial condition. So what is the initial condition? A0 is equal to 2 and A1 is equal to 7. So A0 is equal to alpha 1, okay, plus alpha 2 is equal to 2. A1 is equal to alpha 1 2 plus alpha 2 minus 1 is equal to 7. Because already we have the value 7, we have value 2, just you assign here for this particular equation. Now you have equation 1, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 is equal to 2, and second equation 2 alpha 1 plus so 2 alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is equal to 7. Then solve for alpha 1 and alpha 2. Then alpha 1 is equal to 3, alpha 2 is equal to minus 1. So an is equal to 3 into 2 power n minus of minus 1 power n is the solution. Okay. So this is the way how you solve the linear recurrence relation with respect to the characteristic function. So first you need to understand the proposition 1, proposition 2, proposition 3. So once you understand this, we all know that any recurrence relation will start with some initial condition. So any solution like this, any question like this will be provided with the initial condition. Now with this linear recurrence relation, you need to get the characteristic equation. Once you get the characteristic equation, you get the roots. Then only you will get the corresponding R1 and R2 values. So using those R1 and R2 values, okay, form the initial values with alpha 1 and alpha 2. And those two equations you solve. Then you will get the alpha 1 and alpha 2. Then finally you can make the solution for that. Clear? Same Fibonacci series. Okay. So r square minus r minus 1, solve for the roots, minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So you will get the equation like this: r1 is equal to 1 plus square root 5 by 2. Okay. r2 is equal to 1 minus square root 5 by 2. Because minus b plus r minus. So two roots you will get, values you will get, r1 and r2. So final solution will be like this. So 1 by square root 5 into 1 plus square root 5 by 2 whole power n minus 1 by square root 5 into 1 minus square root 5 by 2 whole power n is the solution.